Now pump up that Walkman, 'cause coming up next, we've got a track that's hotter than Miami asphalt in July. It's a throwback to when boomboxes roamed free, and the only thing bigger than your hair was your dreams. This tune's so bodacious, it'll have you moonwalking down Calle Ocho like a legend. Before we dive headfirst into the juiciest jams, let's shout out to those soaking up the sun at Fontainebleau, or cruising the coast in their red Testarossas. If you're feeling low on neon, don't worry. NH80 FM's got the glow. Keep your ears glued to the station, 'cause y'all feel that rhythm in your bones. Or is it just the caffeine? Haha, NH80 FM for sure, where we keep the music cranked higher than your mama's hair on prom night. Now, picture this, my radio lovers. You and a buddy cruising down Ocean Drive in a cherry red Testarossa. Wind in your hair, shades on your face. Totally tubular, right? Well, we're not giving you a car, but we're giving you that feeling with every track we spin. Haha. Stay tuned, kiddos, and don't let those ancient cows over 30 tell you to turn it down. They're still wrestling with Rubik's. All right, my dudes and dudettes, hope you're ready for a blast of pure pop perfection. It's like a sugar rush straight to your ears. Haha, we're about to dive into a track hotter than the Miami sun. Think Testarossa, think Vice vibes, think cruising down Calle Ocho with the top down, and your stereo blasting at nuclear levels. You've tuned in to NH80 FM, where every minute is a jam-packed neon roller disco. We're like a Rubik's Cube with all colors solved, totally magical. We're serving beats so fresh, they're practically surfing on a synth wave. Next up, a tune that's been rocking the airwaves harder than those four shell dudes' love for pizza. Let me tell you, folks, if neon had a sound, you're locked into it. It's NH80 FM, baby. We've got the beats that make Miami sizzle hotter than a Collins Avenue sidewalk at high noon. Switching gears faster than a red Testarossa, it's time to hit you with a track that's more infectious than a Rubik's Cube-induced headache. Who's ready for some beats that'll make your Walkman beg for mercy? And don't you forget, tune in tomorrow for our Name That Tune and Win Nothing contest. Seriously, the prize is absolutely zilch, but hey, isn't that radical? keep this neon train rolling, synthwave warriors. We got beats hotter than a day at Hallover Beach, ya dig? Ha. But before we dive into this next track, remember, this is NH80 FM, where the vibes are sweet and the tunes are sweeter. Coming up is a tune that's more addictive than spandex and shoulder pads at a disco. It's gonna make you feel like you're racing a red Testarossa through downtown Miami with Don Johnson riding shotgun. So crank it up, let your hair down, or up, thanks to that hairspray, and let's get tubular. This is the sound of the city that never sleeps, unless it's on the beach. Seriously, folks, I just got off the phone with someone who thought our station was exclusively for playing ballads for the over 30 crowd. I had to laugh. Sorry, Grandma and Grandpa. I mean, do they even know how to groove to synth pop without breaking a hip? Anywho, strap on your dancing shoes and crank up that boombox, because next on NH80 FM, your gateway to neon dreams and pop extremes, is a tune hotter than a Miami summer. It's by that dude who wrangles aliens and has a ghetto blaster that could shatter windows from Biscayne to Calle Ocho. You know, the one who's got that righteous hair and dance moves that... All right, my neon ninjas, time to plug into the next synth-soaked adventure of sound. Just imagine cruising Ocean Drive in a red Testarossa, the breeze in your teased hair, and this bop blasting from your boombox. I know, sounds totally radical, right? Well, spin your cassettes and brace yourself, 'cause it's about to get gnarly with a track that'll make your arcade high scores look ancient. It's coming at you with more energy than a sugar-loaded slushie from the mall. Here on NH80 FM, where the beats are hotter than a Miami summer, and the fun never cools down. Ready? Let's ride the rhythm. Hey, party animals and neon dreamers, you're tuned in to NH80 FM, where every cassette spin feels like a sugar rush wrapped in a Miami sunset. Just now, someone asked if that's a Rubik's Cube sticking out of my pocket, or if I'm just happy to see ya. Spoiler alert, it's both. Now, hold on to your scrunchies, 'cause we're about to drop a track hotter than a Miami Vice speedboat chase. You know the one. Maybe you caught the music video with a blonde heartthrob bopping along, side-eyeing aliens while wielding his notorious ghetto blaster. It's like Slowed. Whoa, neon nights and disco dreamers, we are rocking this Miami magic with NH80 FM, your turbocharged ticket to 80s pop paradise. That last track? It got more spins than a Rubik's Cube in a hurricane. Now let's get those boomboxes bumping with some lip-glossed goodness from a fierce femme fatale, known for her spandex and dance moves that could put a breakdancer to shame. Psst, don't forget. Stay dialed in for our gnarly giveaway. You and a buddy could jet set to the thrilling action. All right, neon junkies. It's time to crank the volume and ride the vibe wave with us here on NH80 FM. We're the only station where Miami's electric nights come alive inside your boombox. And guess what? We've got your favorite blonde hunk on the lineup next, wrangling aliens with a ghetto blaster in one hand and a can of hairspray in the other. Talk about multitasking. But before we dive into that synthesized dreamscape, let's go big or, well, stay here, 'cause why would we leave Miami? Huge secret for you. We've got a killer jets.